Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox, and an astounding bit of news. RAF jets have been scrambled from a Scots airbase to intercept 2 Russian bombers off the Shetlands. This is now. This is talk about provocation. This is definitely something from Putin. He's thrown out these bombers, Bear aircraft they are, and then this morning they had to send up a couple of Typhoons, and just to push them back. So we're going to go in and have a look at this story, but it goes to show that things are a lot more serious than perhaps you think you are. It wouldn't have taken much if one of those bombers had carried on. You'd have had a Russian bomber over British airspace, and that would have been an act of war. We were minutes away from going to war with Russia. So let's have a look at this, because imagine something had happened to that plane and it crashed, and Russian bombs went off on British soil. Anyway, we'll just have a look at this, see what's going on. But it is absolutely an astonishing sort of change in what's happening with the whole Russia situation now. It goes to show that it isn't that far away land of the Ukraine. He's a couple of hours and he's sitting over Scottish airspace. Here you go. So RAF jets scrambled from Scots Air Base to intercept Russian bombers off the Shetlands. One of the pilots sent to turn back the 2 Russian Bear aircraft on Monday morning said, "When the alarm for a scramble happened in the early hours of the morning, the adrenaline kicked in." And this is a picture taken from one of the planes looking at the other. So an RAF Typhoon FGR-4 fighter from Lossiemouth. They were scrambled from Quick Reaction Alert North to intercept a Tupolev Tu-142 reconnaissance and anti-submarine warfare aircraft. The NATO name is the Bear F, and of course it will be bombs. And they always carry bombs. You want to hope it isn't nukes, really. That really would be an act of war, carrying active nuclear weapons across another country's sovereign territory. This is astonishing uplift. And I'm not going to make political fact on it. This is just purely information. But I would say, if an independent Scotland existed, they wouldn't have the RAF to protect them. They'd have to build their own, and let's face it isn't going to happen. But that's the only politics I'm getting into here. This is more just the report of what's actually happening. So the RAF has scrambled jets from Lossiemouth Air Base in Moray to intercept 2 Russian bombers travelling north of the Shetland Isles. The Russian Tupolev 142 Bear F and Tupolev 142 Bear J maritime patrol aircraft used for reconnaissance and anti-submarine warfare were monitored by the RAF Typhoons, but in international airspace as they passed north of the UK. But not that much north, I would imagine. Armed Forces Minister James Happy said RAF crews at Lossiemouth maintain a constant watch over UK airspace and are always ready to take action at a moment's notice to keep our country safe. And you need to be glad that they're there. I've seen a few of these Typhoons take off, and they are literally rockets. They don't half go. Pilots launched in their Typhoon jets to intercept the 2 Russian long-range bombers this morning. Do you know that the rest of Europe calls them Eurofighters? But we don't. We call them Typhoons because it's an old World War II fighter plane. I don't know why we didn't just go the long haul and call them Spitfires just to really annoy the Germans. But anyway, pilots launched their Typhoon jets to intercept 2 Russian long-range bombers this morning, monitoring them as they passed north of the Shetland Isles, ready to counter any potential threat to UK territory. The fact that they were that close was a threat. A Voyager tanker was also scrambled and remained airborne for the duration of the mission to offer air-to-air refuelling, according to the MOD. The presence of the Voyager meant Typhoons could remain in the air for an extended period, necessary to complete their missions. Indeed, takeoff uses about half, or about a third, I think. A third of the onboard fuel is used just for takeoff. What they tend to do is whoosh up, get to the cruise height, find the tanker in, and then they can cruise for a long time on reduced power. The lead RAF Typhoon pilot in Monday's intercept, whose name was not given by the MOD for obvious bloody reasons, said the adrenaline kicked in when the alarm call came in the early hours of the morning. He said, "It's really satisfying to know we've been able to make a successful intercept, maintaining the integrity of UK and NATO airspace. And when the alarm for a scramble happened in the early hours of the morning, the adrenaline kicked in, and working in tandem with ground control operators and with air-to-air refuelling from an RAF Voyager, we were able to stay on task until the mission was complete and their target aircraft departed UK's area of interest. And you wonder where it was going and where it was coming from. Well, I mean, obviously Russia, but whereabouts? Not Minsk, obviously, but who knows? Who knows? RAF pilots from Lossimus recently completed a 4-month deployment to lead NATO's air policing mission in Estonia, where more than 50 air intercepts of this kind were carried out. The Russians keep pushing the whole of the Baltic. All three of the Estonia, Lithuania and Latvia, they keep pushing over and overflying because they've got Kaliningrad, and they always say, oh, we went off course from Kaliningrad, but they don't. They're doing it, they're threatening it, and of course it's not wise for them to do it when you consider everything that goes on around there. It's the sort of thing where mistakes get made and wars can start. So it's very, very stupid. Russian military aircraft entering the UK flight information region, the UK's controlled zone of international airspace, pose a hazard to other aircraft, the MOD said. An official from the ministry said Russian aircraft often do not talk to air traffic control and refuse to squawk, which is a broadcast code used by pilots to ensure they are visible to other users and ATC on the ground. Well, of course not. They were pushing it. This is Putin. It's obviously ordered by Putin. He's pushed this out. Testing us. Had they flown into UK airspace, it would be interesting to know, would the Typhoons have taken it out? If it was in UK airspace, it would be an act of war and they would be entitled to do so. So it makes you wonder how close they were willing to get. And it's a relief to know that somebody's paying attention up there and keeping the borders safe. So well done to the RAF, well done to Lossiemouth ground crew, well done to everyone who puts it on the line for us. Well done, lads. Anyway, I shall round up and come up. Now, hopefully this is just posturing, just sort of sabre rattling by Putin, just showing us, hey look, I can get my plane to you. We don't have an issue, but, if needs be. And basically what he's doing is saying, keep out of it. That's what he's doing. But we need to show him that, okay, we'll keep out of it. But you put your planes on our territory, we should shoot them down. And that's why, of course, these two Typhoons were up there. We were sending the message back saying, look, we wiggle a wing at them. And basically that's pilot speak for fuck off quick, and it appears that he did. Anyway, well done to them. Very interesting piece, and it just goes to show how near we are to that war that they keep pumping billions into for no reason whatsoever. Let Russia have it. I don't care. Anyway, I'll finish there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you're seeing here on the channel, do please hit that subscribe button. We've picked a few up today. It'd be nice to pick a few more up. It's really, it really heartens the old soul when you see the numbers rise. So if you were, if you have watched today, I've done a lot of work, done a lot of effort in today. So please give me the reward. Hit that button, and make an old man very happy, or at least make a happy man very old. Boom, boom. Till next time, stay safe, stay well, and let's hope there is a next time and those Russians don't come back. Bye.